So today we're going to learn how to create Google Docs and some of the tools that you can utilize within Google Docs. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you are logged into Google. Today we'll be using Google Chrome. You can use any browser. Google Chrome a lot of times will work better for Google projects. So just make sure that you are signed in to Google. You can see that I'm signed in right here. And from here, to create a new document, you can do it several ways. First is you can click here on the Google waffle, and you could go to Docs, which brings up your Google documents, and then this will allow you to create a blank document and also documents that are template documents. You can also click on the waffle and go to Google Drive, and on Google Drive you can click on the blue button and a new Google document. Once you get into your new Google document, you would want to title it. So up here in the top left-hand corner, you can see that you would just click here where it says Untitled, and then we're just going to do, this is a training document. Now, once you have your document opened and you've got your document titled, it's just time to go through and add some text. So we're going to go through and kind of go through some of the tools and the menus that you have available to you. So within your Google Doc, right below your Google Doc title, you have File. This will give you, in order you can make a new document, spreadsheet, presentation. You can open files, rename, make a copy, move to trash. All of those things are here as well. Your page setup down here at the bottom allows you to flip your page from portrait to landscape. It also allows you to add a color to the background of your page if you so desire to do that. Your edit gives you the ability to undo and redo, and also this is where your cut and copy and paste and your command keys are just the same as they would be in Word. You can view, you can also insert images, links, equations, drawings, your formatting. All of these are your basic tools. You do, under your tools menu, have some different options. You have the spelling option, which is your spell check. You have the explore option that we'll go into in just a minute. Your define, which would be a dictionary, a document outline. You also have voice typing. And voice typing can be beneficial for students that struggle with regular typing. You also have the ability to now integrate your Keep Notepad that we can go through later on in the Google Keep badge. So the Keep Notepad just allows you to be able to bring in notes that you are taking throughout different places. You can also translate your document, and then you have personal dictionaries and so on. You have a table menu. You also have add-ons. Add-ons are enable you to make your document function differently. So for example, if I wanted to be able to have a bibliography creator inside my document, I would get the add-on EasyBib Creator. And then you also have your help menu. So a Google Doc functions very similarly to a regular word processing document. So we're just going to go ahead and add some text. All right, so once you have your text in the document, then there are several things that make your document, using a Google Doc, very easy. So one of the things that we might want to be able to do here is we add a header. So if I add a header, I'm just going to go to here where it says normal text, and instead I want to have a heading. And in this case, I'm just going to say Google Docs Training. By adding a heading, if you go back and add a table of contents, that then works seamlessly into your table of contents. So there's my heading. And then when we talked about Explore, one of the things with Explore is if you come down here to the right corner of your screen, you'll see the Explore button. What the Explore button does is it actually scans your document, and then make suggestions on what it is that you might be writing about. So I might, right here, I'm looking for some different topics. It says that you wrote about formative assessment and Google Classroom. So I might also want to look and say, okay, I'm curious about this. Then it gives my web search right here within my document. So then I can also go through and look at these articles as well. Explore can be found in the bottom right hand corner. It also can be found in the tools section. So if I am then adding to my document, I may decide that I want to add an image to my document. I can come here to the insert and I can go to image. Now you have different options. You can upload an image, you can take a snapshot, you can do it by a link, you can do it by albums, you can search your drive, and you can also just search the web. Google Docs doesn't give you a great deal of flexibility with manipulating images, but you can resize them. You also can wrap the text around them or put them in line. You can also break the text. So if I wanted this here just in line with my text or wrapped, I can do so and put it there. I could also break the text, and that gives me a little bit more flexibility with my image. So the next thing we might want to do is add a hyperlink. And if you're going to add a hyperlink, I may just want to be able to add a hyperlink to my Google Docs creation page. So if that's the case, you just find where the page it is that you are looking for. And I'm just going to grab that hyperlink. And if I want the text to show up to be what is linked, then I type the text in first, I highlight the text. Right here there is the little insert link. The shortcut is Apple K. Then I can just paste the link that I want it to go to and click apply. So that gives me the link right in my document. You can also change the text or the color of your text. If you highlighted the A for text color, I can change the color of my text. You can also add a table. If I add a table, I may just want to insert my table. I'll just make it a short table. It's a 2x4 table. And from here I want to just actually create one heading. So if I highlight both cells, and then I can go to table and merge those cells. I can also, just by clicking on the background color, change the background of that cell. I can add text to the cell. I can also add titles as well. So this might be pros and cons. And I want to take the highlight off of that, so I would click here and highlight and say none. I can also change my font. If I change the size of my font, maybe to 24, and change my font. So in order to get new fonts in Google, you click here on the font, you scroll down to the bottom where it says More Fonts, and then you can go through the font menu and check the fonts that you're interested in. One of the pros of Google Docs is you can insert math equations. And in order to do that, the tool is here under Insert. If I click on Insert, I can insert an equation. And then it gives me a menu here. So if I was looking for operations, and maybe I just want fractions, so I'm going to make my text a little bigger. So the fraction that I want this here is I want to do 3/5, so just 3/5. So it gives me the ability to do that, and I'd say 3/5 plus the new equation, so 3/5 plus 2 over x. But it gives me the ability to add equations in my documents as well. Another option that you have in Google Docs is to add charts and graphs and those kinds of things into your document. So in order to do that, let's just put right here, you can insert charts and graphs. You would go to insert and then a chart. You can insert a bar graph, a column, a line, or a pie. Or you can do it from a Google Sheet that you have currently been working on. So I can come here and go to my chart. I'm going to insert just a column graph. So what this does is it puts a generic one inside of my document, and then I can click here and open it up in Sheets to go and change the information. So this gives me the graph that I have, but then I can edit this document to reflect what I am doing. Also, if I've already created one in Sheets, I can insert it into Docs. But it gives me the option to quickly edit these things. So I can change the color. I could also label it, put the value in, change the points scored to maybe participants. Or whatever it is that you're changing it to. And then it should reflect over here as well. If you click update, it will. So that's another one that you can do. The next section that we're going to look at is the revision history. So Google Docs holds on to each revision and each edit that you make, so you can go back and see. And so this gives accountability to students. It also helps you if you've lost a version and you need to go back and find that. So that's under File. And if you come down here to the bottom and it says See Revision History, then it shows everything that has been done and at these times. So if I look at my 1048, there's nothing there. But I could restore this, or I can also restore this one to get out. So this is great for students that are working together on a project, because then you have the ability to see who is working and when. Another feature that is beneficial in Docs is the comments feature. So it's found up in the upper right hand corner. If you click on it, you can add comments. You can also add notifications if someone is making changes to your document. But if you click on the add comments, right here you can add a comment to whatever it is that you're commenting on. So if you're working with students, this would be a good way to draw their attention to elements in their document if they were going to make changes. This is also something that you can do by adding the @ sign. If you add the @ sign and then the person that you want to see the comment, you can then assign that to that person, and then they will receive an email alerting them to the comment as well. Another feature we talked about earlier was the voice typing. So voice typing, it works just like voice typing. So if you go into Tools and then activate voice typing, you'll want to click to speak. Voice typing. So voice typing can be beneficial for struggling students. Once your document is completely finished and you're ready to share it out, you can just come here to the blue share button. Right now it's set private only to me, but if I share the document, I can add names or email addresses to share the document with. I can also get a shareable link, If I get that shareable link, right now anyone that had Jordan District with the link can view. That's fine, but if you need to change it so that so somebody else can edit the document, you would just want to make sure that it is either changed to edit, or you can even go to more. You can make it public on the web, anyone with the link, or only specific people. Right now it's set to view. You can also change it to edit or even just to comment.